Hello and welcome to Bognor Regis, Chris's Engage, and the first thing you're going to say is, why has Chris got this very bright hat on? Well, there is a reason for it. Last year I went to Tings, the International Engage show, had a fantastic day there, and a number of people sent me messages afterwards saying, I thought that was you at the show, and had I known I would have come over and had a chat, and I'm more than happy to have a chinwag with anyone about model railways. So I thought, well, how can I make sure people know who I am, apart from the ugly mug? Now on Sunday the 20th of March this year, or next week, I'm going to the London Festival of Railway Modelling at the Alexandra Palace, or the Ali Pali as we know it. I'm going on the 20th, which is a Sunday. I prefer the Sunday. I went on a Sunday the last time before COVID hit, and so I'll be wearing the hat. So if anyone does recognise me, you'll confirm it by the hat, and please come over and say hello at least, and more than happy to have a chinwag about my layout, your layout, and model railways in general. So and when you do come over and say hello, please bear in mind that I'm not all that right up top. It's nothing to worry about, which brings me basically onto my health. As most of you know, I've been diagnosed with complex PTSD. Now I am a veteran, but it's not from my time in the army that I've got PTSD. And of course, with my issue, one of the things I suffer quite badly is names. I've never been good with remembering names, but I'm even worse now, and especially linking a name with a model layout. So please let me know who you are. I'll very likely know straight away, but just in case I seem a little bit absent. I am getting better, much more positive, more energetic. Prior to the video you're going to see in a minute, but I have been very busy. I've got my motivation back, and but I did have a bit of a downer last week, especially in light of what's happening in the world. The business in Ukraine has affected me quite a bit. 49 years ago, when I was in the army, I was sitting in West Germany in a freezing cold chieftain tank in the driver's compartment on the border with East Germany, waiting for the Russians to come over. And in them days it wasn't a case of if, it was a case of when. And of course 49 years later, we've got my old mob now back out in Estonia doing exactly the same thing that I was doing 49 years ago, except they're in the Challenger 2 and they have a heating system in there, a very good one I'm told, so thank goodness for that. But isn't it funny how things come around? And I never to this day thought I'd ever see this happening, not in a European or a civilised European country, bless them. So yes, they're on my thoughts. I am keeping abreast of the news. I do worry about it, and I often think that when I'm looking on YouTube or I'm up in my model layout, I think of people out in the Ukraine that must have been doing exactly the same things as us. You know, no doubt they had layouts out there. In fact, I know they have. Sadly, a lot of them no longer exist, and it just makes you think about it, and it makes you sad. So I wish them all the best, and I hope things do work out for the better, not just for them, but for us as well. So, without me giving a further introduction as to what I'm doing up in the loft, I'll lead straight into the layout and you can see me again. So, all the best. Thank you. Hello and welcome to Bognor Regis, Chris's Engage. Apologies for not being up here of late, but lack of motivation, etc. You know the problems I've got at the moment, but I am getting better, and I have been popping up here and doing a few little things. and I thought one of them I could do, especially after the success of the incline test, was to actually put the incline down properly with just over a 1% incline or gradient. So this is what I've done so far, and as you can see, I've actually placed bits of wood like this, but these have gone underneath here either side, as you can see there, and I've screwed down into it, and then I put blocks of wood underneath and build it up till I get to the right level. One of the things I did buy was a packet of these trims, glazing packers. I think they're 1mm, maybe just a bit less, 50 in a pack, £5, and they are an absolute godsend. You can see there what sticks out I can cut off, no problem, and then build the scenery up to whatever I need to do. So this is how it's gone so far. I've got to this stage here. As you can see, it's not connected there. Now I did think about leaving this like that, but as you can see with my gradient tester, it's 2.68, so that is just a bit too high. So I'm going to have to put this underneath again and then pack it up till I get it to the right level, and then once I've got that, I continue it along all the way along there to where you see the bridge or the tunnel entrance. That is the exact height I need to go up to the next level where the terminus station will be. So in the meantime, I'll get this done and I'll see how it goes. But before I do that, just one thing to amuse you. There's my little ginty on there. Yeah, it goes up there a treat. Right, so I'll be back to you shortly. So as you can see, I've screwed a bit of wood underneath there, and now something like this will go on top, and then with the little packers, hopefully I'll be able to bring it up to the correct level. So going on from my last video or section, that's where I've now fixed that. Now from there on it will curve across, and that's across here, and then it will go up this side to get onto the upper level over here. But at the moment what I've done is, just to make sure it does work and it does pull, is I've now got this at about 1.5% going up there, and that will take me to my upper level. So my upper level will be here, going across here. It's not going to give me much room underneath, but that underneath is going to be open plan, whatever you call it, and there will only be very thin strips of wood going across there to allow the trains to go along. So if anything does go wrong, it's very easy for me to get underneath and just put it back or whatever. But I don't foresee that being a problem. There'll be no points underneath there or anything like that. So that's what I've done. I have been testing it. I nearly stepped down the loft hole then. So I have been testing it. So we're going to have a little game here. Right, I'll stand here. Now, how many carriages do you think my train is able to pull? And all I'm hoping is that they stay connected, because they do keep coming apart. So it's being pulled by it's a new Dapple Flying Scotsman, but it hasn't been used for a long time. So there we go. I think that's pretty good, don't you? I think that's a complete success. So, did anyone guess the number correctly before I did it? I've forgotten myself now. 1, 2, 3. 16 carriages. So, one more go. Oh, and it's come apart. Oh, something doesn't sound right. I think it's that one. Yeah. Let's try again. Put them quite nicely, so I'm very happy with that. Now I should never need 16 carriages on there, at least I don't think so, but at least I know it can pull 16. With regards to the weight and the couplings coming apart, I'm going to use those Hunt couplings certainly on my carriages. So that's what I've been doing. Hope you enjoyed that little section. Cheers now. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that. I was very happy with what the outcome of all the carriages it can pull. So the next stage is I'm going to put a second track down, only with screws again, on the bend, just to work out how far the tracks need to be apart without the carriages hitting each other when they go round. So that's what I want to do next. Then I can't do much more because I need a lot more wood, and just to say, money's a bit tight at the moment. But what I will do is where it first started to come up the slope there, that is the branch line to Bognor Regis. Now, where the junction is coming away from Bognor onto the main line, that will be Barnham Station. Now what I've got to do is I'm going to print out all the point work and track from the Pico site, and I'm going to lay it out fully there as to how it will look and what I need, and so it'll be a lot more tidier there, and that's going to be a bit of fun, me doing that, and hopefully you'll see what I'm going to get put there, and you'll get quite excited about it, because I certainly am. And then of course the video, next one, will be me at the show at the Alexandra Palace. So please keep safe. Hope to see some of you at the show, but not to worry, I will be on my own. And Mrs. doesn't want to go really, it's not her cup of tea, and my son's sadly working, so just me. So if I see you there, all great. Other than that, keep safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye all.